Okay, guys, I'm gonna teach you Los Angeles, California, and the valleys. Okay? All right, guys. So let's do this. Welcome everybody to Los Angeles, California, and the valleys, and Orange County, and Riverside County, San Bernardino County. Okay, so there's 4 major counties in Los Angeles, and I'm gonna teach you it so you'll know exactly how the hell you're gonna get here and what you're gonna do when you get here. Okay, so. I guess we'll start with the north and go to the south. Alright guys, so this is Los Angeles, California. Also Riverside, Orange County, and Los Angeles County. Alright, so I'm just going to teach you these areas because it's not very difficult. Once you can grasp how easy it is to get around here, you're gonna actually freak the hell out. How actually it is actually pretty easy to get through the city. It just takes forever to get through the cities. There is a million places within Los Angeles, California, and I'm gonna teach you Los Angeles, California. Okay, so if you want to go snowing, if you want to go skiing, you're gonna go to Big Bear Lake. Okay, so you're gonna take Big Bear Lake. This is where you're going. If you're going skiing during the winter months while it's still 80 degrees in Los Angeles, you can be here and ski until about 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. And then an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours later, you can be surfing the ocean from Big Bear Lake to Santa Monica, Inglewood, or Torrance, or Long Beach, or Huntington Beach, or Laguna Niguel, or San Clemente. So you can be either from here and you just drive on the 210, or you can take the 10 freeway. Most people will take the once they get out of the 18, they will just go down to they'll go to Big Bear. So you always take the 18 out of the 210 freeway. Sometimes it's the 210, and then you take the 18 north. Eventually you're going to get to Big Bear. It's Running Springs, or you take the 330. It just depends on what you want to take. Most people will take the 330, which connects with the 18, and then the Snow Valley Mountain Resort. And that's where you want to go if you want to go skiing during the winter months in California or in Los Angeles area. Okay, so the 210 and the 10 and the 60 are major access points to Los Angeles coming from Phoenix and Nevada, because the 15 takes you straight to Las Vegas. You just follow 15, follow the 15, follow the 15, and you will end up in Las Vegas like that, just like that. You want to go to Area 51? All you got to do is head north on the 15 and take the 93 north. After you take the 15, you see the 93 north. Take the 93 north to the 375 extraterrestrial highway, and this area right here is Area 51. Now it takes about 4 hours to get there from Los Angeles. It takes about 3 hours if you're in San Bernardino, and it takes about 3 hours if you're in Riverside. If you're in Los Angeles, anywhere in this area here, it's going to take you about 4 hours and 20 to 30 minutes. If you're driving at 65 miles an hour and there's not that much traffic, takes 4 hours and 25 minutes exactly. Like, unless if you're just stopping to fill up in gas, it's gonna take you 4 hours and 25 minutes. I've gone through this thing 6 times now, and it's fun going this way. Make sure you have a good vehicle. If you're coming in from Phoenix, the major city of Phoenix right here, okay, just take the 10 west. You'll be fine. Then once you get into Indio and Palm Springs area, you're going to love the view during the winter and or summer. It's cold here. The funniest thing is, right? Okay, you see how there's mountains here and then there's mountains here? Right in this area right here, there's going to be a lot of windmills. A lot of windmills. Okay, so this area right here at Palm Springs has a lot of windmills. There's windmills on this side of the freeway and this side of the freeway. So you take the 10 north or west, and you're going to pass Banning, California. You're going to pass Moreno Valley, then you're going to go, and you're going to pass Riverside. That's if you want to take the 60. You can take the 60 and get to Los Angeles. So technically you're just going like this. 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, diamond bar, and the 60, 60, 60, 60. You're just going to take the 60 all the way down, 60. Just keep following the 60, stay on it. You'll end up in downtown Los Angeles. The 60 will turn into the 10 freeway. That's when you hit downtown Los Angeles. The 10 ends in Santa Monica, California, and the 10 goes right to San Antonio, Texas, which is funny. This freeway here, starting from Santa Monica, California, ends in Jacksonville, Florida. That's where the 10 ends. So it's a west-east major highway and freeways. So yeah, when you take the 10 east, you can go all the way to Jacksonville, Florida before having to switch into the Florida Turnpike or whatever the fuck it's called, Florida, period. So you don't even have to get off the 10. The 10 is the major South North American, South United States major highway. The 10 will take you through Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia, and Florida. And all the way from New Mexico, Arizona, to all the way to the Santa Monica. And the funniest thing is, I am right in this area. So I'm in Marina Del Rey, so I'm right next to the end of the 10 freeway. So haha, if you live in Phoenix, fuck you. Anyways, besides that, okay, so I've taught you the outer areas of the valley. Okay, the valley is considered, it's considered any of this area, right here, mark it. I don't know how to mark it. Sometimes it lets me, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, so, this is considered, I wish I had a marker. This would be much easier. It's okay, guys. Just watch the mouse. Okay, so this is considered the valley. Lancaster, Victorville, Hesperia, Pear Blossom. I don't know how to say that. Philan, but I've been through there. Anywhere from Lancaster to San Bernardino, well, it's considered the valley. You know what? Actually, yeah, it's considered the valley. Because there's mountains here which blocks a lot of the wind from the west and from the oceans. So people on this side here where Menifee is, Temecula, Hemet, Moreno Valley, Riverside, they don't get that much wind going from the ocean. There's more wind in this area than there is right here because of all the mountains. However, this is considered the valley. That's why they call it Moreno Valley. Off San Bernardino to Rancho Cucamonga, Corona, all the way down to Temecula and up to Hemet and back over to this area. And this is also kind of considered a valley. The Coachella Valley. This is considered a valley because there's mountains here and mountains here. And there's that, and then that's after that it's back to desert. So it's really simple once you get the hang of it. Once you get the hang of Los Angeles, it's extremely simple to navigate. You don't even need GPS anymore. You just got to remember 210. The 210 represents San Antonio. The 10 freeway, the 60, or the 91. Those are the three major east to west to Los Angeles. The north, you're going to look at the 5 freeway. If you're coming in from Northern California, you're either taking the 5 or the 101 south. Once you get this in your head, it's kind of like I live in Texas, but now I know all the freeways in Los Angeles, the major ones. It's real simple. Once you learn that the 5 freeway goes all the way from San Diego, California, all the way up to the Canadian border, it's very easy to remember. Most people prefer to take the 5 freeway when they are going from Los Angeles to San Francisco. It's really, really simple. All of this is 5 freeway, and it's real easy. You take the 580 west, and you just get right into San Francisco and pay the toll to go over the bridge. That is really simple to learn. It is absolutely simple. Now, you don't even need GPS. Well, I don't need it no more. I don't even use GPS now. Unless I'm in one of these areas here where it's kind of confusing. Like anything south of Whittier, I get confused sometimes, but now I don't really need GPS. The only time I need GPS is when I've never been to a place before. Now, remember, in this whole area that you're looking at on my computer, on your YouTube video, all of this, there's over 22 million people in this area. Okay, I'm going to show you the dangerous areas of Los Angeles. Los Angeles is actually very small. It's only this area right here, technically, for the downtown area. It's not that big. I could walk it in about 3 miles. Let me see how far it is. It's about, what, 2 miles? Not that big. See, look. Los Angeles itself, if you look at the bottom right of your YouTube video, it's only about 2.5 miles. That's the downtown. It even has Skid Row in it, too. But this is nothing. This is 2 miles. It is the rest of the areas that make Los Angeles so freaking big. What makes this city huge is not the downtown Los Angeles. It is everything around it. You have the valley, which is Granada Hills, Van Nuys, the Sun Valley, the Burbank, the Northridge, the North Hills, the Chatsworth, the Cayuga Park, the Woodland Hills. All this is valley. These are across the mountains, and on the southern end is Santa Monica, one of the nicest cities. And then if you take the one west, you go to Malibu. Most people that live in Los Angeles like to stay in their neighborhood. They don't really travel out of the neighborhood. However, if you're a frequent traveler, most people will take the 405 north or 405 south to connect to the 5 freeway, which will go to San Francisco. Most people take either the 101, they're either going to take the 101 or they're going to take the 5 to go to San Francisco. And in rare cases, when people want to enjoy themselves, they'll take the 1 freeway, which will take them through small cities, and eventually the 1 freeway again, and then bam, right there. And then once you get to the 1 here, is where it gets really interesting, is when you get to Pismo Beach. Is one of the most beautiful things you've seen. But right here is once you pass Morro Bay, California, it's all extremely scenery. It's all scenery, more scenery, and then more scenery, Monterey, more scenery, and then more scenery, and then San Francisco's coming up. More scenery, San Jose, more scenery. There's right into San Francisco, and the 1 freeway will pass the Golden Gate Bridge. And then once you pass the Golden Gate Bridge, Northern California, San Rafael, 101. I'm sorry. You take the 101 from here. Take the 1. Take the 1. Take the 1. Take the 1. It's very interesting how this works. There's small cities here, but they're not that big. Eventually, you're gonna hit Oregon, and then you're gonna hit Washington State. Now, the 1 will turn back into the 101 again, and then it'll go back to the 1 again. The 101 passes by Eureka, which is the border, close to the border, of California, and then that's it. And then the 1 starts up again by Coos Bay, or the 101. The 101 and the 1, it's pretty much the 1, but it's the 101. 101 is very scenic into Oregon, and then Oregon, and then into Washington State. Once you get up here, it's the 101 still, 101. And eventually you're going to make that big turn. So when you make that big turn, you know you're by Seattle. And it takes a long time to get there, by the way. Lots of money, lots of gas. But eventually the 101 is actually going to take you to Seattle. And ends in Olympia. Turns into the 5. And then you take the 5, go to Seattle. There she is. That's how you do it. So now that you've learned this part, we're going to go back to Los Angeles. Alright, so here is the inner cities. Anything considered inner city is Inglewood, Hawthorne, Lawndale, Gardena, Compton, Willowbrook, Glenwood, Southgate, Bell Gardens, South Montebello, Whittier, Hacienda Heights, Roland Heights, La Habra, No, not La Harbor. La Harbor's not considered. Norwalk, Downey, and any of these are not really cities. They're just areas of Los Angeles. Gardena, Compton, Paramount, Bellflower, Lakewood, Cerritos. These are just areas of Los Angeles. They're not actual cities. Inglewood is an actual city. So it's kind of weird, but how that works. It's interconnected. Everything here is interconnected, and it makes it very interesting how that works. So the most packed freeways during the daytime are all of them. But the most extreme overpacked freeways is the 405, because that's a major thing going all the way down to Santa Ana, and then turns into the 5 freeway. Yeah, no, Irvine. Oh, okay, my bad. It's Mission. It stops in Irvine. Irvine is that area. See, now I can do this. How come I can't do that earlier? All right, so this is where it stops. It stops in Irvine. The 405 takes a lot of people up towards the Santa Monica and the Valley of, and to Van Nuys and Reseda and all these other places that you've never heard of. But there's a lot of places within these places. Now, most people don't take the 118. Most people don't take the 118 unless you're going to Simi Valley. Most people don't even take the 118. I mean, unless you have business in Simi Valley, Chatsworth, or Granada Hills, nobody really takes the 118 north. Nobody. Like, unless you're going camping, unless you have business in this area, nobody really visits. I know there's a lot of people, but nobody really visits if you're not from that area. Most people are going to take the 101. The 101 will take you to Southwest California, the most southwest part of it, and the western part of it. And that will also take you up to San Francisco. The 210 freeway is a great valley freeway for going to any of these cities here. Lakeview, Tajunga, La Crescente, Montrose, La Canada, Flintridge, Altadena, Sierra Madre, Arcadia, Glendora, Covina, Irwindale, Vincent, and San Antonio Heights. Represent. 210, represent. Eriwanda, Alta Loma, and Rancho Cucamonga. And it takes you all the way to the 15, which takes you to Las Vegas and Highland, California, and San Bernardino. So that's that freeway. The 210 freeway is a valley freeway, and it's meant to take you anywhere in this area to the valley. The 10 freeway. This one right here. This 10 freeway here. This one is a major access route to these other freeways. This freeway gets extremely packed during almost 24 hours a day. The busiest one is still the 405. Because many people come and use the 405 to go to San Diego. Some people will take the 5 straight south, but most people take the 405 for some reason. Usually they have major stoppings in one of these cities south of me, and there's a big warehouse where hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of truckers can park all at once. So a lot of people will use the 405. Plus LAX is by the 405 freeway, so that's the reason why it's so packed. LAX is located in Westchester, California, technically. But I bet you Los Angeles International has its own zip code. I'm not too sure on that one though. It's right next to Inglewood and Lenox and Hawthorne and El Segundo and me. I live here. It's not that hard to get to where I live. If you drop off at LAX, you can come see me. I'm over here by the ocean. That's another reason why I probably don't get too confused. Okay, I'm gonna show you the bad areas. Okay, so the bad areas of Los Angeles are The bad areas of Los Angeles are, as stated, Central LA, Vernon, Huntington Park. This whole area, wherever my mouse goes, is the bad areas of Los Angeles, if you want to consider it to be bad. Pretty much anywhere right here. Anywhere that my mouse is. Pretty much a whole circle from downtown to to east of Baldwin Hills. Okay, so we zoom in, and it's from here all the way up to Koreatown, Central LA, and then it stops about right on Highland. Pretty much Highland separates the more dangerous area. So from here to here is dangerous. And then from here down to past the 105 to past Lawndale. And right here about Sartesia Boulevard is where it stops kind of being dangerous. Torrance is actually a good city. And Carson is too. So it's the danger stops right about Gardena. I'm sure there's some dangerous areas in Torrance and Carson, but Gardena and then Compton, anywhere all the way down to around the 91. Once you pass the 91 south, you're okay now. This area is decent. It's not the best, but it's not as dangerous as what I would consider to be Compton area and Rancho Dominguez area. So pretty much anywhere south of the 91 freeway, you're safe. So we're going to get that circle going to Gardena, and then here, and then east to Paramount and Bellflower and Norwalk. And then once you pass Norwalk and then you get to La Merida, it's actually going nice again. It actually gets nice again. La Habra is nice, and La Habra Heights are extremely rich. So once you pass Norwalk, it's not that difficult to navigate Los Angeles. You guys think it's difficult, but it's not. All major roads will take you to the ocean, and all major roads will eventually make you end up on one of the major freeways to get you where you need to go to. Like, you can't get lost in Los Angeles. There's no way. Because even if you did get lost in Los Angeles, there's a million gas stations. There's a million gas stations that can tell you where you're at and how to get where you need to go to. So don't think that these roads are hard to travel. The only thing the problem is traffic. That's the only problem. So once you pass Norwalk and get into La Merida, it turns nice again. So pretty much this big circle all the way to Monterey Park, to South Pasadena, to northeast Los Angeles, to almost to Glendale. All this area except for Hollywood and Central LA is dangerous. The rest is nice. There's some valley cities here that are dangerous, but they're kind of mixed. It's kind of like you can Mayflower Village might be dangerous, but then you go to Covina, it's not so dangerous, and then you go back to San Dimas, and it's dangerous. That's how that valley works, but I can't really go into details because I don't know. I'm more focused on the Los Angeles Basin region, which is all of this. So this is the valley. Once you pass these little green things here, or this green thing here, and you're right next to these mountains here, you're pretty much in the valley. This is considered valley. West Covina, Pomona, the San Dimas. All these little areas here are like little cities. And some of them are cities, and some of them are just areas in that area. So it's not really hard to navigate. Okay, so once you do that, right? Once you do that, Pasadena, blah blah blah. Pasadena's a city. Okay, and it's just located between Los Angeles and Altadena. So once you pass that, the nice areas of LA in most cases, North Hollywood Hills, the Hollywood Hills, Studio City, Tacoma Lake, and Valley Village. Sherman Oaks is extremely upscale. Bel Air, of course, is upscale. Westwood is upscale. Brentwood's upscale. Pacific Palisades is upscale. Venice is upscale. Some areas of Venice are upscale. Marina del Rey is upscale. Playa del Rey is upscale. El Segundo is upscale. Manhattan Beach is upscale. Redondo Beach is upscale. Torrance, most of the areas are upscale. My favorite area, Rancho Palos Verdes, is all of this is upscale. Everywhere here. Everywhere. San Pedro is upscale. And parts of Long Beach are upscale. Everywhere here is upscale because this is Orange County. This whole area you see in my hand that I'm doing is all Orange County. So just remember Orange County, Santa Ana. Orange City, Orange County, okay? Anywhere near Anaheim, Santa Ana, Irvine, you're pretty much Orange County. All this area is Orange County and is nicer than Los Angeles County. The roads are nicer. So this is one of the nicest beaches in the United States. It's Huntington Beach. Newport Beach is extremely upscale. Newport Beach is extremely upscale. Huntington Beach is extremely upscale. Now, the most beautiful place that I've ever seen is Laguna Beach. If you take the 133 from the 73 or the 5 freeway, you guys are going to freak the hell out. It's all beautiful right here. It looks like you're in Hawaii on the 133. It's like Hawaii when you're going to Laguna Beach. Laguna Beach is the nicest beach I've ever seen. Other than Playa del Rey and Newport and Seal and Huntington. This is all nice beaches here. All the way down to San Clemente and Oceanside, even though that's near San Diego. Actually, Oceanside is extremely nice. Oceanside, Carlsbad, I don't know what that one is, but I know it's nice. Del Mar, La Jolla, San Diego. Anywhere near San Diego is nice. All the way down to Chula Vista is nice. Now, the River Valley is funny. Those border patrols are funny. Imperial Beach is nice. Coronado is extremely upscale. I warn you guys that it's extremely upscale. Point Loma is also upscale, and anywhere in this area is upscale, obviously. And then SeaWorld San Diego. So, you take the 5 freeway north or south to get from Los Angeles and or to San Diego. It's very fast. You don't even realize that you went 130 miles. So, once you get back into Los Angeles, you either take the 405 or the 5 freeway, or whichever one you're going, depending on where you're going. Like, if you're going to go to the Anaheim Hills, you would take the 261 or 241. Either which way, to get to the Anaheim Hills. Very upscale neighborhood. Pretty much anything near mountains is upscale, okay? Let's put it that way. In California, anything near mountains is upscale. So, just remember that. Anything near mountains is upscale. And very rich. Worst places are in the middle, where there's nothing. AKA Huntington Park, and parts of Inglewood, and parts of Hawthorne, parts of Gardena. You have your mix of bad and good in those areas. So that's an overview of Los Angeles. It's not that hard to navigate. As long as you have a place to stay in Los Angeles, it is not difficult to live here. But if you're going to live here, you need a minimum of $1,000 a month or more. Probably like $1,500 to $2,000. If you want to live in this area with over 22 million people, you know, it's going to be expensive. You'll probably end up in the valley. But you're near Los Angeles, so that's all that matters. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's very long, I know. But I hope I taught you about it. Oh, and the National Weather Service is in Oxnard, California. For Los Angeles and the basin of Southern California. It's Oxnard. They have their weather station here. Santa Clarita is actually really upscale. And Valencia is upscale. Palmdale is not. This area is pretty desolate. Victorville is okay. Palmdale is not. Lancaster is not. No, it's not. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.